Go ahead, please read the topic. What's the topic?
Polynomial function of higher degree.
Good. Start with
Use transformations to sketch graphs of polynomial function.
number 2.
Use the leading coefficient test to determine the end
Behavior.
of a graph of polynomial function.
Number 3.
Find the use zeros of polynomial functions as sketching aids.
Right. Number 4.
Use the intermediate value
To help. Theorem.
theorem
Theorem.
to help locate
All theory. Say theory. Theory. Theorem.
help locate zeros of polynomial
All polo.
pool
Pool.
pool
Poly.
poly
Nomial.
nomial
Polynomial.
polynomial.
Okay. So let's move on to the first one here. Definition of polynomial function. Let n be a non-negative integers and let an, comma, an minus 1, a2, a1, a0 be the real numbers with an does not equal 0. The function given by an x to the power of n plus an minus 1 x n minus 1 plus a square x square plus a1 x1 plus a0 x0. Okay, it's called polynomial function of x with the degree n. For example, f of x equal x to the power of 5 minus 7x minus 9x squared. You need to put this in order. So what is the degree here? 5. Here, what's the degree? 6. Easy. Next slide. Properties of polynomial function graphs. All polynomial functions are smooth and continuous. So take a look at this. No sharp corners. Is this sharp corners?
Yes.
Sharp point or sharp corners. Okay. No holes. Do you have hole here?
Yes.
Yes. No breaks or jump. Do you have a break here? You see?
Yes.
No cusp. Cusp means like this one is cusp. Okay. So this is not a polynomial function. Is this clear?
Yes.
It has to be continuous. Means when you graph it, you do not move your pencil from it. What's mean cusp? Cusp.
It says cusp.
Cusp. What's cusp?
Cusp is no jump, no.
Right. It's like sharp point. Means sharp point. Okay. All right. Let's move to the next one. Are these graph polynomial?
No.
Why no? Sharp.
Sharp.
Why this no? Break. Why this no?
This is
Gaps. Why this no? All. Why this is yes? Smooth. And it's continuous. Why this is yes? Smooth and continuous. Any questions? Can I test you? Who's the last one? Enta? You're the last one who read? Yalla, next one. Can you tell me if this is polynomial function? Yes or no? Yes. Why? Smooth and continuous. Next one. Polynomial. Why? Gaps. Breaks. Next, last one. Why? Sharp. Sharp. So yes, no, no. Clear? Now, properties of polynomial function, beginning and end behavior. Behavior. It will come in the final exam. To know the right hand and left hand behavior of the graph, use the leading coefficient test. N. N is the what? Degree of the polynomial, a to the power of n leading coefficient. So here he said a is greater than 0. Then it's going to be up to the left, up to the right, up to the left, up to the left, up to the right, up to the left, up to the right. That's when a is greater than what? 0. And it's even. What's mean even? The power is even, like x squared, x to the power 4. What if it's odd? Down to the left, right, up. Down to the left, right, up. Down to the left, right, up. I'm going to test you. All right. Next case is when you have a less than 0 and the power is even. It's going to be what? Down to the left, down to the right, down to the left, down to the right, down to the left, down to the right. Now, if your n is odd, of course, even means to the power of 2, to the power of 4, to the power of 6. What if you have odd? Up to the left, down to the right, up to the left, down to the right, up to the left, down to the right. I'm going to test you. Okay? So here is giving you example. Here x squared, right? Here what? X cubed. Here is what? Negative x squared. Here negative x cubed. Yes? If you understand this one, raise your hand. If you do not understand this one, raise your hand. Or half and half. 2 people, half and half. Okay. So what should I do now? I'm going to go to the graph here, right? Okay. So he said what? If I have x squared, what happened? Sorry, x squared. What happened? Up to the left, up to the right, up to the left, up to the right. And remember, a is what? How much is a here? 1. It's 1. Greater than 0. Do you want me to put 1? Are you happy now? So how much is a? 1. Greater than 0. Okay. Now I'm going to remove this and put this one. How much is a? Are you okay? Well, I'm not okay. I put 1 here for you so you see it. So a here is less than a. A is less than a 0. So up to the down to the left, down to the right. Clear? Now let's go for the other case. What's the other case? Cube, right? So let me copy this and then make a new one. And instead of square, it's going to be what? Cube. What do you think?
Up to the right, down to the left.
Down to the left, up to the right. Down to the left, up to the right. Okay? Now, if I do the next one, what's the next one will be?
Minus 1 x cubed. Both down.
Copy. Copy, right? So I'm going to remove this and put the new one.
So it'll be up to the left, down to the right.
Now I'm going to make it negative, right?
Yes. Up to the left, down to the right.
What do you think?
Up to the left, down to the right.
Yes, up to the left, down to the right. You see the opposite. Is this clear?
Yes.
Any questions? Now, it's your turn now. Who can tell me the first function? What is the behavior? To the right and to the left. What is the behavior? Now we have to put this in order, right? Which one is the order? Type 8 is even or odd? And is it a greater than 0?
Yes.
So in this case, what's the answer?
Up to the left.
Up to the left and up to the right.
Up to the right.
Up to the left, up to the right. Is this clear?
No.
No?
Why?
Up to the left. Up to the
What's the highest power here?
Yeah, up to the left, up to the right.
8. So 8 is even, right? So up to the left, up to the right. And A is what? Greater than 0. What if it's negative 9? It's going to be down.
Inverse.
Is this clear?
Yes, it's clear.
All right. So stand up. Everybody stand up. With your hands, tell me what is the behavior of this function. Show me with your hands. Show me with your hands.
يا شباب
كذا كذا.
يا شباب كذا كذا.
يا اخي فهمت الإنسان خلاص.
كده مستر. Up to the left and down to the right.
Up to the left. Down. كذا.
Up to everybody. If you say up to the left, up to the left, down to the right, stand up. Stand up. You're standing up. And the remaining sit down. If you don't agree with this. So everybody agree this?
Yes.
Okay, sit down. Thank you. That's correct. Okay, up to the left, down to the right. Is this clear? Any questions?
Thank you.
Because the power is what? 7. And it's negative 8, negative 2. Go to the formula, this one here, the box. Take a picture of it and you will know. This one. What is it? Odd or even? The power. Odd. And it's A less than 0? Then this is the answer. Up to the left, down to the right. Okay? So this will be in the final exam. Now this one is very easy. He said, find the zeros of the following polynomial. So all you have to do, replace f of x by what? By 0. So let f of x equal 0, then you factor this, you get x equal what? 2 and negative 3. So what is the point now? It's going to be 2, 0.
2 0 minus 3 0.
Exactly. Is this clear?
Yes.
What about the second one?
Take
Take x as a common
a common
and then factor the inside.
yes.
If you factor the inside, x minus 4, x plus 5.
And then it's
So how many x's do you have?
3.
X equal what? 0. X equal what? 4. X equal minus 5. If you understand the second example, raise your hand.
Why did we change the
Because x equals 0. X minus 4 equals 0. So x equal how much? 4. X plus 5 equals 0. So x equal what? Minus 5.
Yeah.
If you do not understand the second example, raise your hand. So how many solution for this? How many zeros? 3. 3. Because you have x here outside. If you do not understand, raise your hand. Half understand, raise your hand. That means all understand. Okay, let's go to the last one. X squared plus 4. Can you factor this?
Yes. Yes. X plus 2, x minus 2. No.
This is not different of square. It has to be x squared minus 4. So in this case, we say what? Not real zeros, they are complex zero. We don't have real numbers, we have complex numbers. Okay?
Complex, imaginary, and real.
Yes, complex is real and plus imaginary. An example here, it said, is x equal 3 a 0 for this function?
Take
Replace x by what?
zero.
By 0. Okay, if x get you 0, then 3 is a 0 of the given function. It means what? It means 3 comma 0, the point.
So 3 is the function of the
3 is a 0 of the given function. What about x minus 3 is a factor of the function? Let's try. X minus 3 means what? X equal what? 3. So if you put 3 into this function, it will give you what? 0. So yes, it's a function. It's a factor, not function. It's a factor of the function.
The 3 is a 0, and x minus 3 is a factor.
It's a factor, yes. Means if you factor this, one of them, it will be x minus 3. Because you replace x by what? By 3. If you replace x by 3 and you get answer 0, that means this one is a 0 of the function. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Now, remember, all I need is the end behavior, the beginning and the end. I don't care about what happened in the middle here. For example, he is giving you x minus 1, x plus 2, all squared. Okay? So, the question comes here. Take a look at the power here. I changed the power from n to k. Is k greater than 1?
Yes.
It means repeated 0. So x equal a of multiplicity of k. If k is odd, the graph crosses x-axis as x equal a. So repeat after me. If k is odd, the graph crosses. If k is odd, the graph crosses. If k is even, the graph touches.
If K is even, the graph touches.
Do you understand the difference between cross and touch?
Yes.
This is touch here.
Touch يلمس. Yeah.
And this one? Cross. Touch means tangent. Touch mean what? Tangent. So even, touch, tangent. Odd, crosses. So let's take a... K is power. Here, this power. The first one is power 1, the second one power 2. So, okay, let's take an example. I have a video here. Please watch that video, okay?
Okay.
Now, let's take a look here. I'm giving you a function. What's the power for the first factor?
1.
What's the power for the second?
2.
What's the power for the third? Now, the power of the first, is it odd or even?
This is odd.
Odd. So, so it will cross the x-axis at -3. Why will cross the x-axis at -3?
The number is odd.
Yeah, because it's odd, you see?
Yes.
Is this clear?
Yes.
So, what value it will cross?
-3.
-3. Because where did I get -3? From the 3. The factor x plus 3 equals 0, so x equals 3. Now, can you tell me how much is x equal here? 2. Is it going to touch? Well, cross. Look at the 2. Even, touch. Let's go back to the formula. The formula said what? If it's even, touch. Okay? What's the last one here?
And
X equal what? X equals 6. And K is what? Even or odd? Odd. Odd is cross or touch? Cross.
Odd is touch. No, odd is the cross.
all is the cross all is the cross all is the
K. Is this clear?
Yeah.
One more time. Who can tell me the answer for the first one? Yes.
-3 cross.
Yes. At the point minus x equal -3, it will cross because it's odd. Okay, you can tell me the second one. Yes.
x equals 2 and he touch because he even.
The K is even. Last one. Yes.
X equal 6. 5 is cross.
Good. Is this clear?
Clear.
If you understand, raise your hand. If you do not understand, raise your hand. If you half and half understand, raise your hand. Half and half. Khalid on the board. Half and half.
عندنا يا ربع اول شيء نشوف هذه الاقواس اكس ورقم ثاني اذا بالموجب اذا هو جمع نعكس الاشاره نحط الرقم يعني مثلا عندنا اكس ناقص 1 اللي هو تبي تقطع من عند الاكس نغير الاشاره حقتها الرقم اللي جنبها هي ناقص خليها موجب عشان نسويها بالصفر طلع لنا الرقم اللي تبي تجي عنده نشوف الرقم الاس اللي فوق
كي.
كي اذا بالموجب اذا فردي اكرس تبي تقطعه يعني الرقم اللي طلعناه 100 عكسه تبي تقطعه اذا الكي فردي واذا زوجي ما راح تقطعه راح تقربه على خفيف كذا تلمسه وترجع والرقم اللي داخل موجب 2 نعكسه عشان نسوي الصفر سالب 2 تقربه وتروح وموجب 1 اللي هو عكس الاشاره هذه واللي فوق الاس اللي هو فردي كروس تجي هنا وتقطع.
Can you explain this?
هذا عندنا اكس زائد 3 شنو تبي تصير؟
تقطع الخط بيقطع من عند النقطة
نغير الاشاره بس سالب 3 ونروح يم اللي فوق اللي هو الكي اذا فردي تبي تقطعها على طول ونروح عند الثانيه اللي هي تصير 2 عكس الاشاره واللي فوقها 2 اللي هو زوجي راح تشطبها على خفيف وترجع وعندك الاكس ناقص 6 اللي هو تبي تطلع غير اشاره 6
كيف يصير الشكل؟
الشكل اذا اكس شو اسمه كي هذا فردي الخامسه فردي
ايوه انا فاهم بس بعدين الحين كيف
يصير الشكل تبي تقرب الى الموجب 3 يا ولد لو كان لنا حل اللي نفهمه ان الكي اذا صار بالموجب اذا صار بالفردي.
انا عندي سؤال الثاني عند اكس ناقص 2 ترجيع هي بتلمس على الاكس اف صح؟
مضبوط واذا فردي راح تقطع والاشاره اللي داخل هذا نغيرها بس وتطلع لك الرقم اللي تبيه.
صحيح.
عندكم سؤال عندكم شيء؟
Okay. Thank you. I just wanna satisfy your question. You want how it looks like. Let's try to do this. X plus what? X plus 3. And then x minus 2 to the power of what? To the power of 2.
X minus 6 to the power of 5.
Up to the left, up to the right, down.
Now, do not get surprised about how it's gonna look like, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
something like this. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
so don't get surprised.
Sweet.
Sweet, right?
Yes.
Actually, the graph here is not really great, you know, to look at it. But
You need
you see
to-
here, this is cross or touch?
Touch.
Touch at what?
Two.
And here
Cross.
at what?
But where's the three? Where's the closer to three? Minus three.
I told you, you know, this is not really a good graph to use something like this. Okay, minus 3. Where is minus 3?
Minus three. It will cross from up or down.
3 should be here, right?
Yes, there is a mistake.
Yeah, so it's not fully good one.
It will cross from up to down or from down to up.
لتبغي. All right, let's move on. List all zeros. How can I list all zeros?
All zeros with
So first zero is what? X equal what? X equal what? X equal what? غلط. 3 and minus 3. Very good. Now, he's asking about the multiplicity. This is to the power k is how much here? 1. So how many times it will cross? 1. Negative 7. What's the power here? Is it going to be touch? How many times is it going to touch? 2, because it's going to touch, and go back. That's called 2. Touch like this, touch like this.
When he
Now, what about the 3? This one, 3 and negative 3. It's going to be 4. 4 even or odd? So it's going to be what? Touch. How many times is it going to touch? 4 times. Okay? Don't worry about how it's going to, you know, how the graph, because it's going to be messed if you try to graph it, okay? So it's enough for you to do the table. Do you understand the table?
Yes.
If you understand the table, raise your hands. If you do not understand the table, raise your hands. Half and half. If you understand the table, half and half, raise your hand. Yes, half and half. Abdullah, on the board.
الحين يا شباب الحين عندنا الحين عندنا الدالة هذه الحين اكس ناقص 1 واكس زائد 7 واكس تربيع ناقص 3 ناقص 9. الحين عندنا اول وحده هي اكس ناقص 1 اسها 1. الحين هذا اوت يعني بيقطعها عند 1. والثانيه والثانيه هي اسها 3 يعني هذا ايفن يعني زوجي. كم مره شو اسمه هذا بيمر عليها ثنتين بس مو بيقطعها.
لأنها زوجي.
لانها زوجي مو بيقطع. يبي تاتش 2 تايمز. عند الاخير اس 4 يعني يعني مو بيقطعها بعد فيها بيقرب يعني تاتش 4 times.
What about the zeros?
And the zeros is 1 and minus 7 and 3 and negative 3.
How did you get 1?
Is 1 x minus 1.
And how you get 7?
Is x plus 7 when we remove this we get
How you get 3 and negative 3?
this one x squared minus 9.
Factoring.
Factoring is 3 x minus negative 3 and x plus 3.
Thank you. Give me a big hand to Abdullah. So do you understand now?
Yes.
Now what's after this? Practice. And where did I put the practice for you? I put it here. Okay?
Okay.
So until what page is this? So you need to do this practice for classwork, right? Let me stop the recording.